Thank you very much for the commitment. You arrived very early, and thank you very much for your role. I would like to just mention something about the obesity. It has been right now a worldwide with comorbidities health problem, and the main issue is increased food intake and unhealthy diet, especially fast food. So how we can treat obesity is through decreased food intake. One of the main diets, very popular diets nowadays, is ketogenic diet or keto diet. What's pros and cons of keto diet? This is the history of keto diet. The ketogenic diet dates very back in the early century. Thank you very much. Actually, 1920s, there's a doctor called Dr. Wild, began using to control seizures among patients, especially pediatric patients. Actually, the history of ketogenic diet began with a nutritional plan, just to use the main source of energy is fat, not the carbohydrates. And as you all know, that when you are using the carbohydrates, it is the main source of energy production. And when we decrease the carbohydrates till 50 grams per day, the insulin will decrease, and then there is no other source of energy except two items or two ways is gluconeogenesis and ketogenesis. So the central idea is the following meal is that just to consider the fat is 70% of the main meal, every meal, not the main only. 30% of protein and just 5 to 10% from carbohydrates. This is put the body in the state of ketosis. Actually, it's a propaganda right now and promotion for this ketogenic diet through the social media, and they are pronounced that it is the main solution for diet and very fast regimen to fat loss. Actually, it's good, right, for epilepsy, for myoclonic static epilepsy, for Dravet syndrome, infantile spasm, tuberous sclerosis, but what about for obesity? This is the state of ketosis, as you all know, and there are 4 types of ketosis, our ketogenic diets. First is the standard one. There's just 20% of carbohydrates. This is the targeted one. It's just best for athletic, just for sport patient or bodybuilders. This is the cyclic. The cyclic is 20 net carbohydrates, but high carbs days alternatively. It's cyclic alternatively. The other one is restricted, less than 20 gram carbs, 20% carbs per day. Going beyond the epilepsy, what is the modern era of ketogenic diet? The first man just described the ketogenic diet was this doctor. His name is Atkins. He was cardiologist and described this diet just to use the whole calories from fat and proteins. And actually he died from depression from his diet. The other one is Duquesne. He was a French nutritionist, and I want you all to search about fad diet, www.com, fad diet, F-A-D, fad diet. One of the most fad diets is Duquesne diet, and it has very popular due to the Princess Kate Middleton used this diet before her marriage, and she was obsessed about her weight during the wedding ceremony. The late one is belongs to this lady, this beautiful Turkish lady. She's Karatay. She's Dr. Karatay. She's She was describing this diet, the same diet, just to use too much fat and too much protein and get rid of all carbohydrates, a very small amount of carbohydrate per each meal. This is what they are saying in the illiterate people. They said, Dr. Iman, please describe our keto diet. For the not Egyptian, our visitors, they said keto diet means, the illiterate, they said keto. Keto means chicks, the small chicks. They said keto diet. We need keto diet. And the other, said this wafer, it's keto. It's called keto wafer, called keto. And they said keto because it's too much, have propaganda on the social media. And unfortunately, eating too much amount of proteins may help to hunger pangs at the moment, but which helps dieters who want to lose weight but have hard time controlling cravings. At first, really, it helps. It helps just to lose weight instantly. But actually, on the long run, it's very hazardous and they have cravings to carbohydrates. What about low-carb diet? Low-carb diet has many studies, and most of them, they reveal that it's very beneficial for fast loss of fat, but it's hazardous for the whole body, especially the liver. It's steatosis and gallbladder stones. Here is high amount of protein content. It gives appetite suppressant effect, really. In Arabic they said, I want some proteins just to make me not feel hungry anymore. Proteins is very effective just to suppress the appetite. It's very effective, the low carbohydrates diet, to lower the low density lipoproteins, and also it raises the high density lipoproteins. It has a very good effect on triglycerides because it's, the best way to reduce triglycerides is to eat less carbohydrates. That's why it's very effective. As regard the diabetics, really it's not advisable at all for type 2 diabetes, type 1 diabetes, but in diabetes or type 2 diabetes with obesity, with obesity, it's advisable, but under complete medical supervision and for a very short period of time. And the diabetologist, not the nutritionist, should follow the case. I'm sorry to tell all nutritionists attending in this hall, it's crucial point. It's to be followed by diabetologists. Diabetologists, especially during keto diet. Please, diabetologists, not nutritionists only. What is the pros of? What is it's something pros with the keto diet. It's overall change your body composition. Really, after you made the body composition analyzer, you find yourself really lost too much amount of fat in a very short period of time. Also, too much amount of water in a very short period of time. And affect the brain function. How it affects the brain function? Really, it gives good cognitive behaviors after doing keto diet. That's why they are using it in treatment of epilepsy and Alzheimer, ADHD. Okay, also keto diet might slow the spread of tumor cells. That's why it's in cancer patients. It's triggering various health problems. It may increase the female infertility because of PCO and the reduction of carbohydrates. This is it's anti-chronic inflammatory. That's why this is the whole medical issues with chronic inflammation. This is the pure therapeutic ketones. Fat loss, fast sustained energy, reduced brain fog, increased awareness, increased focus, appetite suppression, assist in abdominal fat, strength gain, better mood, decrease in inflammation, sleep better, better digestion, and clearer skin. Oh, so keto is beneficial. No, dear. No diet is perfect, and the ketogenic diet had its share, its downright side effects. Most initial weight loss is just water. Just water. Really, it's just water. It's not uncommon to experience dramatic weight loss when you first go keto. But for many, these losses cannot be sustained at all. It's just at first, just water loss, and then sustained weight, no increase. And it will return after you lost some kilograms, it will return after a very short period of time. Long-term research is limited. And one of my best friends, she's colleague in gastroenterology department, she said that she saw many patients following ketogenic diet. They came complaining from gallstones and dyslipidemia. Shortly after they were following the ketogenic diet. There is no too many researches about ketogenic diet till now, and the diet may trigger brain fog and anxiety, depression. Also, I saw many patients with something like eating disorders, bulimia, anorexia, and going keto limits your fibers, your fruits and vegetables. Easy accidentally eat unhealthy because of too much fat. Accidentally you will eat unhealthy fat. I mean trans fat. Eating disorders is very common after following ketogenic diet, and they become obsessive. I saw many patients, they become obsessive about their weight. Kidney stones are very common. Potential for ketoacidosis and pH is very acidic, might cause digestive distress. There is something called keto flu. Keto flu is electrolyte imbalance after ketogenic diet. They give rehydrin solution, and it can be seen in athletic. In athletic following ketogenic diet, we can see ketogenic flu. This is the way to fight or to combat through low-carb flu and drive to ketosis. They give them a lot of water and some electrolyte like rehydrin solution. Keto flu is very common, and I met so many athletes. They are colleagues for my son is very athletic, and they have in the club too many patients complaining from keto flu consecutively. Fighting keto flu with foods, this is the symptom, and this is the other food for treatment of keto flu. It's electrolytes, sodium, potassium, magnesium, for each symptom. There is too much fruity mouth odor. It's when you are following too much fat and low carbohydrate, too much proteins, you are complaining of, you can pick up easily the patient who is following the keto diet. This is the mice, very popular. They are attributed to keto diet. Keto diet is high in protein, it's low in carb. Eating fat makes you fat. No. Keto is not heart healthy. You cannot eat veggie on keto. Keto is not sustainable. This is the claim. They said it's very good, and about this mice. They said it's very good to follow keto diet because this 6 mice. But we are answering them that actually balance. There is no diet anymore. The balanced diet is the perfect diet. And if you want to rapidly just achieve rapid weight loss, you can do a low carb, high protein, but reasonable fat diet with the proportion, good proportion, and for a very short period of time. Problems with ketogenic diet, really there are many health problems, but the main issue, it's very popular out how to convince the people. They are not medical, they are not scientific wise, they are not well educated, and they are obsessed with keto diet. How to convince them that it is yes, it is good for rapid weight loss, but it's fake. How to convince them? Just we need the power of social media, and right now many celebrities and very famous people they are doing promotion for keto products and keto diets and keto applications on the mobile. And the technology or technobesity, it's very popular right now, and it's a weapon to use the social media to make marketing for this fake diet. Do and don't. If you go through this keto diet, do what this and don't this. This is the last slide. Stick healthy fat, just healthy fat, no trans fat, no too much saturated fat. I mean 7% saturated and 1% trans fat. Eat low carb greens as much as you can. Eat real food made from whole ingredient. Source of organic grass-fed animal products. Stay hydrated as much as you can. Keep food journal as much as you can, dairy. Consider modified keto diet. It's not restricted as the regular one. Consult with your doctor. Again, the diabetologist, especially when you are diabetic, go to the diabetologist when you are doing keto diet, not the nutritionist at all. Consider nutritional coaching to ensure your follow eating plan. Replace your electrolyte by drinking broth or bone broth. الشوربة بتاعت العظم مكونة فيها electrolytes كتير. Avoid eating fast foods. Don't avoid looking nutritional informations before you eat most of food. Avoid bad fats. Avoid any processed food. Don't overeat. Don't stress about calories. Avoid consumption. Too many nuts. They add too much nuts and avocado or dairy products as much as you can. When you are, for a very short period of time, follow keto diet. This is a summary for the pros and cons of ketogenic diet, but at the last, it's not advisable to follow ketogenic diet at all, especially for a long time. If you can do it just for like this, 1 week, 2 weeks, just to something for occasion or something like that, and if you are not diabetic, healthy, it's okay for you to do and don't just for a very short period of time, but it's not advisable at all for diabetics, either type 2 or type 1. Thanks for your attention, and I'm sorry for being late. Thank you very much, dear Chairman, and I'm ready for questions. Thank you.
Thank you, Professor Iman, for the elegant talk. And I think that the balanced diet, especially for diabetic patient, is best diet. Especially now we are prescribing group of hypoglycemic drugs, which is sodium glucose co-transporter, which is makes the patient more liable to ketosis.
Excuse me. For how long the patient can follow, or the person, obese person, can follow keto diet safely? For how long?
It's just occasional, just for occasion or something, just 1 week, 2 weeks. But in a recent study in PubMed, I read just this for months, but I think it's just for weeks. This is my experience in the nutrition clinic. They have craving. We are Egyptians, we love food, we love bread, we love rice, we love macaroni. We cannot deprive from these carbohydrates. This is, it's our Mediterranean, not Mediterranean, it's Egyptian meal. Our Egyptian meal is full of carbs. We cannot live without mahshi. We cannot, or koshari. We cannot. Any more questions? Yes, please. No, it will aggravate the fatty liver. I said they have steatosis. They are complaining from steatosis and gallstones after a short period of time following. They are on the internet following someone who is not a doctor at all, and they give them just on WhatsApp, diets full of just fried egg with too much butter in the morning, and then fat, steak with T-bone, and avocado, too much fat, nuts every time, no carbs at all, and they are complaining from fatty liver. Originally, they are starting the diet with fatty liver. Starting. It's very common to have fatty liver.
Thank you
I have fatty liver.
Thank you very much. How do you diet? How do you lose weight? Your advice for a diabetic?
No, for diabetic, last year I just have in this conference, precious conference, and with you attended my lecture in nutrition for diabetic patients. I am tailoring the diet for each one. It's tailored. It's like I'm like a tailor one. Just I'm tailoring everything. Just I'm asking the diabetologist about the medication, either hypoglycemic oral medication or injection or liraglutide or something like that, or insulin, and I follow everything بالمقايضة بالpoints, everything بالcarbs and بالpreferences, بالsocioeconomic status, how everything, jobs, daily habits, everything. His program, his daily program, I tailored it. I spent 1 hour with each patient.
Thank you. This was the last question. And thank you, Professor Iman, for your kind.
It's okay. We can talk after. It's okay. She could ask.
أنا معلوماتي عن الكيتو دايت إن هو therapeutic regimen not only for loss of weight. It is a therapeutic regimen. It attacks hyperinsulinemia as a basis of many diseases like diabetes, like all diseases concerned to obesity, hypertension, and so on. If you follow the guidelines of keto diet correctly, and be prepared very correctly before going to follow keto diet, you will have all its benefits.
No many studies reveal that what you said. I respect
And,
what
and also no
and
studies
I guess it's
prove
very
it
efficient
is a
for
bad
PCO,
thing.
hyperinsulinemia. Good, I agree with you, but for a very short period of time. Really, I met many people with very hazardous side effects after following.
They may not follow the proper regimen.
No, they were stick to the program. They were stick to the program, and they have there is no more studies. We are evidence-based.
There is no studies for pros and cons, not only for its
it's collective.
advantages.
It's collective studies, and I collect everything from different studies, from PubMed, Scholar, Google.
يعني أنا
We can
معايا
discuss
كلام
it more.
كتير إن حضرتك بتقول إن البروتين very high. البروتين doesn't exceed 25%. Like Mediterranean, like balanced diet. It is not very high protein. It is usually
I
percent.
agree with you, but not for a long time. It's deficient in fibers. It's deficient in many other food elements.
As regard
The best diet is balanced.
As regard fatty liver, doctor, it is treatment for fatty liver.
Okay, we must finish.
We can
discussion
discuss
now.
it
Thank you,
individually.
Iman.
Okay?
Thank you.